You want people to constantly come back and more often. Today, we're going to go over 3 easy ways to do so in this video. Look, you want to keep your customers coming back more often. So we don't really know how to do this in the very beginning. I can tell you for my own experience working with clients, I would look at their marketing and really wouldn't have a solid foundation on what we would need to look at in terms of getting them back in the door on a more frequent basis. So instead of going into heavy detail onto each one of these 3 areas, to increase and optimize customer frequency and sales, we're going to go into simple examples that you could actually apply right now in your business, as well as some background knowledge on psychology of how people look at purchases and what's really making them stick in terms of staying in your business, staying with your brand compared to jumping ship and going to a competitor. After watching this video, I'm going to show you some of the things that you're going to receive. If you watch till the end, you will get a blueprint on how to implement this into your business with these examples in a little more detail. One of the takeaways you're going to receive is these 3 ways of getting them to come in the door more frequently. So why is this important? Let's look at the customer psychology. So McKinsey & Company put a US customer survey out during the last 2 years and really had some great statistics when it comes to understanding how people are looking at your brand, whether it's something brand new or more established and incumbent in your industry or maybe in your city or town. This is very important to understand for a variety of reasons. One, you can understand people are accustomed and getting acclimated to different ways of buying from you, whether that's online, offline, maybe through referrals, and this is more on the digital side, a word of mouth, a loyalty reward programs, events, which we'll all get into here in just a second. But I wanted to throw up this statistic. So quote, "The crisis has prompted a surge of new activities with an astonishing 75% of US consumers trying a new shopping behavior in response to economic pressures, store closings, and changing priorities. This general change in behavior has also been reflected in a shattering of brand loyalties, with 36% of consumers trying a new product brand and 25% incorporating a new private label brand. Of consumers who thought to try different brands, 73% intend to continue to incorporate the new brands into their routine. Generation Z and high earners are most prone to switching brands." So what is the takeaway? People now more than ever are open to changing new brands, and the staggering statistics of them continue to show this behavior, and it looks to be an opportunity for you, whether you're a new company or an established brand, to get your marketing hooks into the minds of your target audience. This can be incorporated in a variety of ways, and you want to keep them coming back for more. So one of the things that we want to talk about when it comes to buyer psychology is the idea of the sunken cost fallacy. I know we've all been prone to this when it comes to one example of gym memberships. So when people purchase a gym membership, or really anything annual versus monthly, it looks at the continuance of these payments. So if you pay for something once in a lump sum, while you might be getting a discount and you feel great about that discount, the probability of you using that good or service actually goes down because you bought it one time and kind of went back in your memory, if you will. But if you're getting this charge on a monthly or even quarterly basis, you're gonna see that every single month, every single quarter, and it's going to push you to actually using that product or service. And actually, we looked at a study from the Harvard Business Review that looked at gym memberships. So this is very important when you consider we want someone to consume our product. And the more and more they consume it, the more and more they'll come back and purchase our product. So now that you got a little bit of idea of how the psychology of what we're trying to accomplish in terms of the frequency of purchase, let's jump straight into the first topic. Topic number 1, loyalty rewards programs. This is kind of the base of what we'll be looking at, why you should implement something like this, some great examples of companies in a variety of industries, how they're doing it, and then what you can glean from those examples to implement in your own business. So one thing about loyalty rewards programs, there's different ways on how to implement them. It could be a point-based system based upon maybe you equate $1 to a point, $1 to 10 points, whatever your product or service is going to allow and what you guys implement. It could be a lifetime spend system where you get into a different tier of spending. So you spend $100 at a restaurant, $500 at a restaurant, $1,000 at a restaurant. It puts you into different tiers of maybe there's a secret menu that you could order off of now because you've spent X amount of dollars in these tiers. So this could also be for apparel. This could also be for other items that are essentials, right? So this could be personal hygiene as well. And we're going to get into some examples here in just a second. So that is very important when it comes to making sure that customer feels welcomed. They know that they can come back and spend more money with you. So very important to have some type of loyalty reward system in your marketing strategy. When it comes to loyalty rewards, this could be in the form of giving people different contests, promotions based on the loyalty reward program that they actually enter. This could be also incentivizing and getting them to give you user-generated content. This is, you see the acronym UGC, which is going to be them using your product or service with you not asking them. And they're actually sending you this information. You get the posts on your social media, all on your different marketing outlets as well. So these are some of the ways you could extend your loyalty reward program. Point number 2 is going to be events. And this could be on the digital side and also on the in-person side. So if you don't have a brick and mortar location for your business, you may be an e-commerce business selling coffee, there could be ways you could have an event. Maybe you have a reveal for a new flavor and you live stream it on Facebook or on Instagram Live, and basically the people that are participating, they could get one of these secret flavors on that Instagram Live, and then you could follow up with them to get their contact information as well. So that is very powerful when it comes to events. You can do this offline or online. Another great example of this that many of you guys have heard of is pop-up stores. So apparel brands have done this all the time with underutilized storefronts and malls and retail strip centers where they're coming in. They already have a customer database that they can call on through phone numbers, with text messages, automated voicemails, emails, push notifications through apps to get them to come to this storefront for a pop-up to get maybe a limited edition t-shirt or jeans, swag that is complimentary, different accessories. So this is something that you guys have all heard of, and you could implement in some way, form, or fashion in terms of a pop-up. Not having a brick and mortar business, you do a flash sale. So this could also tie into your loyalty rewards program when it comes to a flash sale, and even taking it to our third step, personalization and memberships. So what I mean by personalization, you've got somebody in the loyalty rewards program, they participated in some of your events. Now you want to look over time what they've purchased, what information they've given you about themselves, and we want to personalize the marketing to them. So I can tell you with some of the restaurants that I've worked with, we utilize quizzes and surveys, but we do this in a way that's not labor intensive, if you will. We're not using the old survey mechanisms of a static form where they had to fill out multiple form fields on a website. We could do this through different mechanisms, through an automated chat bot, through an automated phone system or text message. We want to make it easy for them to tell us what they want from us. So with these restaurants, we have systems where we can follow up over Facebook Messenger or Instagram DM, and they're clicking buttons where we're asking them questions about when do they come in, lunch, dinner, or both. Who did they come in with, family, friends, or solo? And if it's with family, do they have kids under 18? What are their favorite items off the menu? We put this all in a database in addition to getting their phone number, birthday, and email. And now we can personalize our promotions, even personalize our branding, talking about who we are, behind the scenes content, so we can increase what these people are going to open up in terms of these messages that we're giving them, and then also increase the frequency of them coming in. So that's one example with quizzes and surveys. Cosmetic companies love these type of services, even supplement companies as well. It's personalizing what this person should be recommended to buy. So Vitamin Shop has some type of proprietary survey that they put out. What happens with that is they're looking at maybe health conditions, things you're struggling with, to personalize a vitamin regimen that you would want to buy. Same thing with a company called Bloom. They're personal hygiene products for women, where they look at a survey and they want to see what type of skin. Is it oily? Is it dry? Again, these are all characteristics and attributes of the client, and then they're going to recommend certain products that they think the person is going to buy. And then they also follow up with an email, maybe it's a discount or anything like that. And we'll talk about in future videos about increasing the average order value. So right now we're talking about getting them in the door more frequently. So why do I love these strategies to get people to come in more frequently, purchase more from us on a more frequent basis? It's going to increase a lot of traffic to our website, and that could be what we call a user signal to Google and any search engine, to make sure that, hey, we have our customers constantly coming back to us to actually buy things from us on a more frequent basis. So that's going to drive a lot of sales. Two, it's also going to increase the ROI, the return on the investment of the customer that we already have, that now we can sell to them on a more frequent basis. So it really drove our cost of acquisitions down to get this client. Three, it's going to build a lot of awareness in our consumers' minds, as well as the people that they know and that are possibly not customers of us right now. So when it comes to loyalty rewards programs, there's also another tangent we can go off of when it comes to referral programs, building virality, when it comes to bringing new people into our ecosystem, if you will. So that is another thing we want to talk about, giving more awareness, not just to our own clientele that we have that we're selling more to, but also new clients that will be coming into our pipeline. Next, we talk about building trust with the consumer. This is paramount, and we're not just talking about they're going to come in to buy more stuff from us on a more frequent basis, but really what we're doing, we're also tying in content marketing to give them more valuable content outside of just selling them stuff, because in turn they're going to reward us with that loyalty. This is a big driver when it comes to gaining trust of the consumer, educating them on your product or service with this frequency of sales and of the content. And then finally, your competition is probably already doing this. You have to make sure you have some type of mechanism that has these three components in place. Cannot stress this enough, where whether you're a local business, and you can do this on the small scale, or you're a more established brand, maybe you're a restaurant that has multiple locations, you have different managers and other salespeople that are representing your brand, your product or service. You gotta have something in place to make sure that you're constantly in the mind of your client, of your consumer, of your diner, if you're a restaurant. This has to be top of mind and part of any type of marketing strategy that you have. If you thought these were helpful, I would love for you to download our customer purchase frequency PDF, where you can fill this out for your own business and have this handy for planning for any of your managers to implement right away. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you're turned on all notifications for our videos. We're going to provide you more and more of this content as time goes on, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.